Hi, I'm Heather Hansen, Clear Speech Specialist at Global Speech Academy, and today I'd like to share with you the answer to my most frequently asked pronunciation question, which is, how can I improve my accent? Now, I know that there are so many of you out there who think about the way that you speak and equate it with having a really bad accent. No one can understand me because of my accent. So you come to me and you say, how can I improve? And it seems like a really easy, straightforward question. But actually, it goes a lot deeper. When you ask me, how can I improve my accent? How exactly do you want it to change? Do you want to sound more British? Do you want to sound American? Or is your goal really to just be understood by the largest number of people throughout the world? Because my answer is different depending on what exactly your goal is. So what I do as a global speech specialist is help you to be understood by the greatest number of people all over the world. Everyone, everywhere, every time you speak. Now, this is a bit different than someone that helps you sound American or sound British. In my opinion, sounding American or British isn't the cure to your problems. If you're a global citizen, someone who is working throughout the world and dealing with citizens from all over the world, native and non-native speakers, then your first priority needs to be to speak clearly and confidently in English. So when you ask me, how do I improve my accent? The answer that I'm giving you is to help you align yourself with speaking with clarity and confidence. So, how can you speak with greater clarity and confidence and improve your accent in the sense that more people can understand you every time, the first time? There are 3 things that you need to do. The first one is to make sure that you have clear consonant sounds. Every consonant sound, and what are the consonants again, everyone who may not remember? A, E, I, O, U, those are our vowel sounds. All the rest of the alphabet are the consonants. So when we say make sure your consonants are unique, it means that your R cannot sound like an L and your L cannot sound like R. Your V and W need to be 2 different sounds. Your TH should be clear, although in global settings we found that the TH really doesn't matter so much. It's one exception to the rule. But all of these different sounds need to be unique. Some other special things about consonants. There are 3 sounds, the P, T, and K, which we call plosives. When these sounds are at the beginning of a word, you need to make sure there's this little extra breath following the sound before you continue the word. So when you say a word like pop, pop, it shouldn't sound like bop. It needs to have this little burst of air before the O, pop. Okay? The second thing that you need to do is work on your vowels. Now, the actual sounds that you choose to use actually aren't so important. What is important is that you are consistent. So if you say path, you should also say bath. But if you prefer path and bath, that's okay too. But make sure that you are consistent. It makes it much easier for your listener to tune their ear and begin to understand when you use certain sounds. So it's all about consistency. The other key to vowel sounds is knowing how long to hold a sound. So if we look at a word like cap and compare it with a word cab, the difference here is not so much the sound at the end of the word, the P and the B. What the real difference is how long we hold the vowel sound. So before the P ending, we say cap, short and sharp. But before the B ending, we say cab, cab. We stretch out that A. Now, why do we do this? The P sound is unvoiced. We do not use our vocal folds. We do not add any resonance to that sound, as we do in B, B. Here we're adding voice. We're adding vibration. So in cap, the A is short and sharp. In cab, we lengthen it. Now, the third thing that you need to remember is how to chunk your messages. This is usually what people mean when they start saying, how can I sound like a native speaker, or how can I improve my accent? They're thinking about the patterning, the flow that we have as native speakers when we speak English. So what you want to do is start watching TV, listening to the radio, listen to English programs, get a feel for the rhythm of the language, because how you chunk your messages and where you choose to pause is very important. If you break up a thought group, a phrase, and you stop in the middle and you take a breath, or you are really choppy in your speech, it's very difficult for your listener to follow. So, if you're asking, like so many of my clients do, how can I improve my accent? These are the 3 things that I would recommend that you do. Keep your consonants very clear, watch your vowel length and be consistent with the vowels that you use, and finally, pay attention to the patterning of the language and how you chunk your messages. If you'd like to learn more about clear speech and pronunciation, then download my 8-part short course. It's absolutely free at EnglishPronunciationCourse.com. I'll see you there.